Oh, okay. Does that work? Oh, okay. Okay. I think my mic is echoing. Uh-oh. My mic is echoing? I have to figure out how. Okay, wait. Maybe this? Does that help? Is it echoing now? Yes, no. It sounds like there's two mics. Oh, okay. Maybe it's... Wait, did I fix it? Oh, it's good? Okay. Cool. Just making sure. Okay. I guess it's working then. I have it all set up. Wow. Hello, hello, everybody. We're gonna do like a little hour like live stream thing. Cool. I'm glad that it's fixed. Welcome, everybody. I don't necessarily have a plan for this. I was kind of thinking, well, we have like two options. Essentially, I can either add outfits into the little like sticker sheet thing that I'm doing for the puppets, where like I can make some some outfits that'll try to fit like over a bunch of girls. Or what I was thinking we could do is just kind of like a little drawing hangout time where if you want to like, I don't know, maybe like request to see things and like we could just have like a fun little sketch hangout time. And so if you want to like, oh, I want to see you draw blank and I can try to draw it out. Not necessarily like commissions, but like just like a fun vibe thing. Also, I feel like let me just there. So, I'm open to which ones do you guys want to see? Do you want to see like, do you want to have like a cool chill hangout sketch time where like you tell me to draw things and I draw them? Or should I do like the puppets outfits? Or I can also like expand on this a little bit. This was gonna be like a Valentine's Day drawing initially that I had planned. It was gonna be like all of the girls with like hearts and stuff, and then I ran out of time, so I didn't get to do it. So I could do that. I could do outfits on the sticker sheet thing, or we could just do like a vague general like let's draw thing. Tell me what you think. Loving the poses you sketched. Thank you. I'm drawing a little frog in a sweater while watching this, and it reminds me of the doll you and Rachel made. That was really, really fun to do, and to work with her. She's a hoot. Your art inspired me to start making comics and helped me draw Archie characters better. Oh, yay! I'm glad. Hooray! Valentine's Day thing, Valentine's Day, whatever you want. I want you to draw Moth Girl, Valentine's. Okay, well, it sounds like most of you want this Valentine's Day one, so even though it's not Valentine's Day anymore, I guess I'll do that. So I guess essentially what I was planning on doing initially is I was gonna do like a little setup. I don't know if I still have it here. But I had like a reference of like a vintage pinup thing, where there was just like a bunch of girls with hearts and like hearts all around. And I thought that would be cute because the puppets have like a Valentine's Day themed outfit, which I can also, I was gonna expand on a little more as well, but I thought it would be kind of cute to put them all together in this. So yeah, that was gonna be the plan, and I was gonna put hearts and stuff behind, but I ran out of time, and yup, and it's just my life. So I was gonna do like, you know, I don't know, like a heart here or something, a heart here, stuff like that. Just like a cute Valentine's Day, and it was gonna be like a little sticker sheet thing. Puppets are better for videos to listen back to. Okay, well maybe we'll do a little bit of the puppets, and then we can also do a let's draw. How about that? We'll like at least get some sketches down, I think. So yeah. So I was just gonna put down some like heart shapes, I guess, initially. And I put their names down just so I know what pose was what. Wait, let's do this maybe. Yeah, hearts, 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 hearts. Let's scoot this one over a little. There we go. So yeah, just like little hearts. It feels like whenever I want to do a holiday cosplay, I have to start months in advance. I really appreciate all of the representation that you bring, but I'd love to see a character skinny that has a very rectangular body with no curves. Chi-Chi doesn't really have a lot of curves. She has like very subtle ones, but she doesn't really have a lot. She's definitely more of like the square character, I think. But she's not like straight up and down. But she's definitely not as like exaggerated. At least she's not supposed to be. I might sometimes accidentally veer a little too curvy. But she's supposed to be not curvy really. So anyway, I have these like base poses down. They're not really like anything like super special, so I'm gonna go over them and like refine them. So I just make a new layer, and then we're just gonna go back on top like so. Draw my line of action, which is a very important thing. You can see it through a lot of them, where it's basically like a line that shows the way that the body's gonna follow. So this is where I'm like gonna start like really building in what their bodies actually look like, I guess. Like so. And Pom Pom has, she thick. She a thick girl. Doop, doop. Oh, that's too. Hello? Okay, there we go. She's also a little short, so I don't want to make her legs too long. What is this? What? Did it freeze? Do you identify as one of the puppets more? It did freeze, didn't it? Hold on 1 second. Sorry. I was using some sort of app that's like supposed to help show my screen from my iPad over. And I didn't know that it was gonna have like a dumb time limit thing. Oh gosh. Oh boy. Hold on. Let's see if I can get this up. Why you gotta do this to me? Is it working now? Okay. Okay, cool. I got it up. Okay. I hope that doesn't keep happening because that'll be really annoying. Wait, where am I? Do I identify as one of the puppets? I don't know if there's one that I identify with the most. Maybe Pom Pom, but there's like aspects of the girls that like I relate to in a lot of ways, like in all of the girls for the most part. Some more than others. I'd say that there's like maybe some girls that I feel like I'm closer to than others, like personality wise. But I would say Pom Pom is one of them. That's the one that I like kind of. I modeled her body more off of like mine specifically. Just because like, you know, I don't see a lot of representation, or I didn't when I was designing them. I didn't see a lot of representation of my body type, and then yeah. Let's see. For the visual novel, will we still be able to keep the option to customize the appearance, the assistant? We are working on figuring that out. I do want to still have the customization feature in there. I really want it to be included, so it's definitely a goal. So we just have to like work it through. I already talked to my coder, so it's something that we're working on currently to figure out, or we're going to start working on it at least. I mean, to figure out if it's something that's like super doable for us. But I don't know off the top of my head, only because like I don't know anything about coding. So like I want to just be like, yeah, we'll definitely do that. But then if my coder person is like, absolutely not, that's going to be like insane, then maybe not. But yeah, we're trying, at least. It's definitely a goal. Hello. Okay, so I'm just putting in Pom Pom's body. I apologize in advance if this app that I'm using like keeps ending the stream of like the screen recording, I guess. And then I'll have to just keep doing it because I have ADHD and I decided like an hour before the stream that I was gonna set up a whole new way of doing this. And was like, it'll be easy, it'll take me like 10 minutes. And then like an hour later, I was like, I don't know how to fix this. So yeah, I'm using an app that I just like quickly downloaded before I did this. But I promise next time it'll be a little more, I'll have it better figured out, I hope. I'd like to do these streams like once a month, the end of the month. just do like a live stream and hang out and chat. Okay, so just pom pom. We put her nose in and some of her eyeballs. And her eyelashes and her eyelids. And her pupils. There you go. I hope you keep it. Wait. It would be amazing, a puddle with afro hair. I don't know what you're talking about with that. I hope you keep it, but if you don't, it's okay. Yeah, we're trying to. It's definitely something like I want it to be in there. But again, yeah, it depends on what my coder can do and then like money and stuff. But that'll be all like detailed out by the time the Kickstarter goes up, which is, we're aiming for September. So, and also we are planning on putting up a Patreon, like leading up to the Kickstarter. So if you want to see like all of the background work that we're doing, like leading up to the Kickstarter, you can join that, because it'll just be like a whole bunch of Puppets content only. I'm just giving her a human ear. She don't got human ears. She has dog ears. Oh. Put her hair. And then ear. And an ear. And then she has a gigantic poof, like bouffant hair. Oops, made her hair too long. Here we go. Her head is really big. Shrink that down. There we go. That's a little better. Also, I'm gonna extend this leg out because now it's short. There. And I'm gonna flip it to make sure things look correct. Because there's something, I still feel like, I think maybe her torso is too long. I'm gonna shorten it a smidge. It's a little better. That's a little better. Sketching usually takes like, I'll erase stuff and like redraw it and everything till I get what I want. There we go. Hello, my name is Zayan. I don't know if I'm saying this wrong. I'm your biggest fan. I am in love with your art. Thank you. I wish to become like you and be your artist friend. Aw, well, thank you. I appreciate it. Woo, I caught the live Instagram. Hello, Dolly. Did you end up getting a textured screen protector? No, not yet. I meant a poodle girl boy character with afro hair. Oh yeah, that would be super cute. What do you use for pose reference? I use pinup art from like the 50s. I reference just like real pinup work and then like paintings and stuff from the 50s. Some of my favorites, I really like George Petty. He's one of my favorites. Which girl should I do next? Wow, I'm gonna fix this foot. Okay. Oh, I have to add her tail. Also, I don't know if I like this hand behind her back. I feel like, let's see something. While I'm doing this, tell me which girl you want me to do next. Let's see, maybe this? Or, oh, I think I like that one maybe. Hand on the hip. Hand on the hip. There, I think that's better. And then let's add her tail in. You just get a peek of it. Okay, who's next? Zaza, Bebe, Honey, Scotty, Chi-Chi, Scotty, Zaza, Zaza, Scotty, Scotty, Zaza. Okay, let's between Zaza and Scotty. We'll do Scotty this time because we did Zaza last time when I did sticker things and we took a poll, so we'll do Scotty. She got a little bit of an attitude. So I'm going to draw my line of action. And if you don't, I've mentioned it before, but I often get asked to, and this is also related to like the question on posing and everything. Drawing a line of action, literally imagine like where the spine's going and then down into the legs. Kind of like the direction that the whole body is going to flow into. So you can see here, like, I have this line drawn because I want her body to, like, swing off to this side and then come kind of down more. And then sometimes I will also add in the hips and shoulders. Usually you want, like, a contrapposto, which is when contrapposto means, like, if this is the spine, these are the hips and these are the shoulders. It makes like a dynamic pose. So you have like the kind of like cocked hip, you know, and then like this one's down and then you have your arm and then, so it just adds more like flow a little bit, more weight to your image. So usually you want to do that, but sometimes the pose won't call for it. Like this one, both of her hands are on her hips, so, and like I could kind of do it, but it'd probably be more like this. But anyway, Scotty has a slender top frame and then like round hips, smaller boobs, smaller boobs, and then she has big calves. kind of like, I don't know, the best way to say it is like cankles, but not in like a mean way. I need to fix this because she's not on the same ground level. Like if I drew a line, essentially. Also, sometimes it helps to think of things as like blocks of shapes as opposed to, like, if you see here, I didn't like go in and be like, I'm gonna draw a foot. Draw a foot. You know, I am just blocking in the shapes. Oh gosh. Yeah, this is gonna drive me nuts. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Sorry. And then I have to sit through this ad. Blah, blah, blah. And this. And then this. And then this. And then that. And then... this. Okay. Okay, there. Any advice for people who want to get into concept art as a career? Yeah, my advice is do a lot of life drawing and anatomy drawing, really understand the human figure. I would also practice drawing in different styles. There's a little bit of a difference between concept art and character design, but sometimes people use them interchangeably, so it kind of depends on what you're looking for. If you're looking to be like a character designer, then you definitely need to learn how to draw in different styles, like practicing different styles. If you want to be a concept artist, then you need to practice drawing a variety of things like backgrounds, props, characters, all of that type of stuff. A concept artist gives you more of like the general feel of what something's gonna look like the overall show or game or whatever. They're in charge of like, okay, how is it gonna, like, how's the ambience look? And also, like, they'll sometimes do props and backgrounds. It depends on how big the studio is. Because there's some people, who only do concept art. And they're, like, in charge of just, like, the overall look and feel of the game or movie. And then there's like concept artists for smaller studios where they design the overall feel, but then they're also designing like props and characters and stuff. So my best suggestion is to practice. As much as it sucks to hear and it's like so cliche and overdone. Literally, like there's no better advice I can give than just practice drawing. And I've said this in other streams, and I'll say it again. One of my teachers told us once, and this is like a decently well-known quote in like the art community, but it's like everybody has, and this might be my dyscalculia that is getting in the way of this, but I think it's 10,000 bad drawings. Everybody has 10,000 bad drawings in them. And the more you draw, the quicker you get those 10,000 bad drawings out. And you get better. So, like, literally, that's all I can say is just, like, practice. Practice life drawing. Practice, like, going to, like, you can go to the mall, for example, and just like draw people. Do a lot of like gesture studies and figure drawing studies. They don't have to look nice, but just get like the feel, the overall feel of it, like overall feel of the gesture of it. And that's my advice for that. Would be cool to see Scotty with abs. She probably has them. She's like, I would say that she's decently strong because she's like a mechanic in her day job, so she works on cars and everything. So I feel like you'd have to have some sort of strength to be able to move all of that stuff around. And this takes place in like, I say like vague 50s. So, you know, the tools that they had in the 50s is basically like what she would be working with. The poses are literally so cute and just so nice to look at. Oh, thank you. She does not skip leg day. No, she does not. How are all your dogs doing? They're doing pretty well. Diglett, the puppy, is driving us a little crazy because he's like backslid on potty training. So, like, I think it's just my fault. I gave him a little too much freedom. So now we're having to like reel it back and start restricting like the areas he goes in. He doesn't have as much free reign anymore because we keep finding poop everywhere. Scotty's thick calves are so iconic. Thick. I drew one perfectly good frog, webbed hand, and now I'm struggling with the other. Oh no! That's tough. I'm sorry. Alright, let's draw her head. What is your opinion on Hitchcock movies? I don't have one because I don't think I've ever seen one. I know of them, but I personally, like, I don't... Like, if I remember correctly, and correct me if I'm wrong, because I could be totally wrong, but I think Alfred Hitchcock does, like, more, like, scary, like, horror thriller stuff. I don't like those types of movies. I personally don't like going and seeing movies that like either scare me or make me sad. I don't like sad movies. I don't like any movies about animals, surprisingly enough. Only because the ones with animals are almost always sad. Like they always make it like a tearjerker. And I can't handle it. Like I literally just can't handle it. So I just don't like scary movies. So I avoid any movie that is like possibly slightly scary. I did see Nope recently, which I have been avoiding because I was like, oh, that seems scary, so I don't want to see it. But I enjoyed it. But I want to say that's more like sci-fi thriller, and I like sci-fi, weirdly enough, so I don't know. But yeah, that's my really long answer, is I haven't seen any of Hitchcock's movies, but like I know like the shower scene. My dog looked at me like, the heck? I want to know if she has abs too. Yeah, probably. Some abs. Abs! Bruh! It's my really ugly abs. Are you going to live stream more often? I want to live stream once a month at the end of the month is my goal. I'd like to make it like a consistent thing, and schedule it like probably 7 o'clock or maybe 8 o'clock, something like that. Whatever people works best for people, but I'd like to do it like once a month, essentially. Actually, I don't want her looking to the side. I want her looking at you like, what, you think you're gonna get something from me? No. You're not gonna get anything from me. I love her thick eyebrows. looks a little cross-eyed right now. Hold on. For like a pout and a little bit of a cheek thing, I think, maybe. A friend of mine always said testing styles helped her. She wanted to draw anime but found watercolor was what she did best at. Yes, I agree. There are sometimes I find, like, if you're searching for your style, quote unquote, which I have, like, mixed feelings on, like, the concept of style, because personally, I mean, you can look at my art. My style has changed, like, so many times. So I think, like, your style, I don't think your style ever has to be one thing. I think by saying, like, oh, this is my style and I'm not going to deviate from it, actually kind of limits you. And I think that it's better to constantly explore other styles, constantly explore other mediums, because, like, you might end up finding, like, oh, I really like doing this instead. But, like, oh, you know, my, like, root core of drawing was anime. Like, a lot of the art I did when I was growing up was, like, all anime influenced. And so, like, I drew anime. Like, that was my foundation for drawing. So I was drawing it for a while and, like, slowly kind of deviated out of it because I just didn't want to really do it anymore. But there's, like, still stuff about anime that I like, or, like, anime styles that I like. But you just incorporate, like, bits and pieces of other styles that inspire you into your own. And then as you take, like, little bits and pieces from all around and, like, meld them together, and then you consistently draw, and that it develops over time and becomes, like, your own style. But again, like, styles change and interests change, and, like, you know, you could enjoy, like, a vintage style art look for a while and then be like, I'm done with that, and move on to something else. And I think that just sitting and going, like, this is my style and I'm never going to change from this, actually limits you overall. So feel free. Basically, all of that is to say, like, explore and have fun. Don't be afraid of, like, testing things out, and don't be afraid of failing. Like, don't be afraid of trying a style and being like, wow, that was, like, absolute garbage. Because that's how you learn. I've failed many a time. Many a time. Do you watch Wednesday Addams? Yes, I have, and I really liked it. Can we see the puppies? Yes, you can in a little bit, although they're all sleeping right now, and I feel like if I wake them up, I'll do it towards the end. Because if I, like, start moving them around, they're gonna want to get up and, like, go to the bathroom and all this stuff. So when they're sleeping, I'm like, we can do things. Let's see. Thick calves and thick eyebrows go hand in hand. Yes. I feel like everybody starts with anime style. Yeah, I think that's like, I mean, for me, especially, like, the younger generation, like Gen Z and stuff, anime is, like, way more accessible. But when I was growing up, like, anime wasn't as accessible as it is now, but it was definitely, like, it was my first, like, the first time I saw animation that, like, wasn't just, like, for children. And I thought that that was really, really cool. I was like, oh wow, it doesn't have to just be for kids. So yeah. Give her a little. So also here's a fun little fact. When I was designing, so all of these girls, they have like intention behind their designs. Their personalities, the way that they look, the way that they act, overall, like they're all kind of based off of their breed that they're based off of. So Scotty, her hair shape, to me, I did it intentionally because, you know, Scottish Terriers have like a really long face, and then they have the little like beard mustache combo. And, you know, I wasn't gonna give her like a beard, but I decided to emulate that through her hair. So this is kind of like the long face, and then this is like her beard type, like the beard that you would see on a Scottish Terrier, and then the big pointy ears. And then for like Pom Pom, she has like this big hair, because Pomeranians are just fluffy. So I wanted to give her like large, voluminous, like round hair that kind of replicates like the round shapes of a Pomeranian. So they all have like different, like the reasons behind their designs are thought through based off of their dog breeds. Yeah. Okay, so there's Scotty, looking a little tough gal. I don't think we should be focusing on art style as much as we do. I agree with you. I think a lot of people get too fixated on like finding their style, when in actuality, the style that people look to like other artists, like well-known artists, where they're like, oh, that's their style. It's like years of development, years and years of development in the artists, and who they like went through multiple different versions and iterations. I mean, you can look at Picasso, for example. Like, he had, like, you can find his work where he's painted realistically, and then you can see like his early like cubism stuff, and then like slowly became his style, but he deviated from it sometimes, and like I think it's limiting to be like, this is my own, this is the way that I draw, and that's it. Anime was never my go personally. That's fair. Cross-hatching is so satisfying. It's true. Hello, gamers. I just take things I like about other styles. Yep, that's exactly how you do it. It's called stealing like an artist. You take tiny bits and pieces from pre-existing stuff that you like, smash them all together into your own vibe, your own style, and then as you get more comfortable working in that, you just naturally start to exaggerate some things, or like stop drawing a certain thing or whatever, and it becomes your own after a while. Let's see. Turn Bebe into Wednesday Addams. That would be pretty cool. The eyebrows are what had me. Yes, I forgot to mention, her eyebrows are also very much, Scottish Terriers have like eyebrows. Dessert outfits. Ugh. That would be really fun. Maybe I'll do that. That's really cute. Do you draw, I know you draw a lot of dogs and farm animals, but do you like reptiles? I do. It depends. I don't dislike snakes, but they're definitely not like my thing. Like, they're not my vibe. A friend of mine has a snake, and like she let it kind of like slither around, and like I'm not necessarily like afraid of them. I say like Like, if you were asked me, oh, are you afraid of snakes? I'd be like, nah. But when I did see it, like, slithering around and it, like, coming towards me, I was like, okay. Maybe you want to pick them up a little bit. But I do like lizards. I do like lizards. Sorry, I'm just restarting this thing again because it's very annoying that it keeps doing this. It's very annoying. Okay. I'm gonna find a better way to do this, by the way, in the future, I promise. I'm always a mess. I'm a mess. Please ignore how much of a mess I am. Like, anytime I try to do something new or start something, I'm just like, my ADHD is like, how hard can it be? And then like 2 hours later, I'm like, it's way harder than I thought it would be. But yes, to answer your question, I like lizards. My brother has a bearded dragon. Very cute. And one of my friends has a bearded dragon, which is also very cute. Another one of my friends has geckos. I really love geckos. We found a gecko in the mall, like, last year, randomly. Just, like, a loose gecko. And we caught him and we put him in a cup, and I was like, I love him and I want to take him home and I want him to be mine. But then I also felt bad because, like, he was used to living in the wild. And I guess, like, in Georgia, they're, like, they can be okay here. Like, they're not a super invasive species, at least, I think. So I just, like, released him in my backyard. But there was, like, a hot minute where I was like, should I go to the pet store and buy stuff to put him in a cage and then have him be my pet? But I didn't do it. I'll draw them into My Little Pony. Go ahead. I used to think that my art wasn't good enough because I didn't really have a distinct style, but I stopped focusing on that and I have a lot more fun doing art now. Yes, I agree with you. Actually, funny enough, my teacher at SCAD when I was in school, he'd be the first to say that he doesn't really have, like, a style, like his own style. He was an animator at Disney for years, and so he can, like, replicate any style, really, that's out there. But, like, he still enjoys, like, I think in a way it's kind of freeing because then you can just kind of draw any way you want. You're like, I'm gonna just draw in, like, a Disney style today, or I'm gonna draw in, like, an anime style or whatever. Like, I don't know, I think that's pretty cool. Art is about creation and periods, to be honest. Yes, I agree with you. My art has super big eyes, and that's how I like it. Hell yeah. Same. Hey, Sav, it's me, Davis. Oh, hi! I hope you're doing well. They're not easy to draw at all without it looking goofy. Sweet candy puppets. That is a really cute idea, actually. Kudos to you for thinking about that, because, like, maybe I'll do that, because I love a theme, and I love sweets, and I feel like you could design some really cute things. So, also, if you guys don't know, I have currently, like, a fun little challenge going over on my Instagram, like puppets, paper dolls, digital paper dolls is what I'm calling it, where it's kind of like a draw this in your style challenge, but you can pick one of the puppets and, like, draw them in, like, a completely different fashion style. Like, it doesn't have to be vintage, like, anything you want. And even if you're not as confident on drawing them, you can take the girls, because I provided, like, a base illustration of them, basically from, like, my YouTube videos, and you can, like, put clothing on top of them if you want. So that's been really fun, and really fun to see people do stuff. So if you have an idea and you want to do something too, go for it. My lizards are my evil gargoyle geckos. Dessert inspired anything is so cute. Yes, I agree. I wonder what Pupet's favorite dessert is. It would definitely vary on each lady. Since I'm on Zaza right now, Zaza would definitely... I mean, we all know Zaza's, like, highbrow everything. So, like, the fanciest dessert that you can think of is probably what she likes. Something with, like, gold flakes in it, I feel. Like a fancy tiramisu with gold flakes on top or something. It's like some sort of, like, specially sourced coffee grounds, beans from somewhere. I don't know. Something like that. Pom Pom would... I think Pom Pom would like baked sweets, like cookies and stuff, because she loves breads, like carbs. So I think she would really like any type of dessert that's a little more like carby, carb based. So like cake, cookies, cupcakes, stuff like that. Scotty, I don't know. Scotty would... I feel like Scotty would like something that's not super sweet. Something that has like a mild flavor to it, or not as sweet, maybe a little more like, yeah, I'm not sure. Something a little more chill. She doesn't really peg me as like a sweets person. Maybe she would like licorice. This is gonna be an annoying leg to work on. Even I struggle with foreshortening sometimes. There's just some poses that, like, it just looks weird. You have to, like, draw it multiple times for it to register properly. I don't know. We'll have to flip that and see how that looks, because I'm not really digging it. Let's see. My aunt and uncle had a Scotty. He was an old dog named Pepper. Oh, who hated everyone but my aunt and uncle. Yeah, so I love Scottish Terriers. Like, I want one, but the problem is that sounds similar to like a Scottish Terrier temperament. Like, I mean, I don't think that they should be as ornery, but like, I do know that Scottish Terriers are very much like a one-person dog or like a two-person dog. Like, they only like their owners and then they don't care about anybody else. I think they're supposed to be more like aloof towards other people instead of like mean, but they are like, they only like one person. And then they're tough. Like, Scotty's nickname in the puppets is oh my gosh, my brain just died. The Die Hard. And her nickname's the Die Hard because literally that's what Scottish Terriers are nicknamed. They're nicknamed the Die Hard because they like work. They're a working breed. They're bred to like hunt like rats and other things that like dig tunnels, which if you look at the Scottish, this is so funny, the Scottish Terrier's tail, right? It's like thicker at the bottom and then it tapers up, like kind of like a carrot, right? And it was bred intentionally so that when they go into tunnels, the owner can grab their tail and pull them out without like breaking their tails. Like, pull them out, and then they can have like the badger or whatever creature that they have like in their mouth. They pull them out that way. Just like such a weird thing, but that's like why their tails look the way that they do. But But yeah, they're like bred to hunt. And they're like intense little guys that are like, yeah, I'll mess you up. Don't come at me. Which is like that's like Scotty's personality. So, I love the La-Di-Da book. I look at it for reference when I'm burned out. Oh, yay! I am wanting to do the second edition, which is going to be like, I want it to be spring summer fashion, with like bathing suits and stuff like that. And I'm trying to get it done, but I'm also like, I have a lot of stuff that I'm working on, so I'm juggling all of it, and I'm a little behind, but hopefully I can get it out. And there is another edition coming, just so you know. Puppets dressed dessert cake. Yes, I agree. Lizards are everywhere. I like them. They're the push-up lizards. They're like, you know, they're like push-up lizards. I always end up drawing realistic, and I have a really hard time liking my more cartoonish characters, when in reality I find that more fun. It's either really realistic or weird. Well, it could be that you just need to practice, which is very likely. The good news about like drawing realistic is you have like a better understanding of the human figure, and then it's easier to translate and exaggerate that into a cartoony form. It just means that you have to like test stuff out and mess around and figure out what you like and what you're comfortable with. It'll take a while, but don't give up. It'll come to you. The sweet puppets are a cool idea. Yes, I agree. I can draw them paper dolls dress up. Can it be one character or draw them all? Either one. You can either do all of them or you can just do one. It's up to you. Whatever you feel like doing. Could we get cafe cuties? Oh, that would be cute too. That's also a good idea. I should do that too. You guys are giving me too many cute outfit ideas. Zaza is very tall and slender, but very like elegant, so like soft curves and everything, because she's based off of the Afghan hound, who is a very tall, slender, and elegant looking dog. So that's what I tried to incorporate into Zaza's appearance. Which puppet would be more likely to be a scene kid? Oh boy. Take me back to 2003. Who would be most likely to be a scene kid? Chi-Chi. Chi-Chi would. Yep. 100%. Hello. Oh, I was like... Baby puppets? I want to do that. It's something I thought of. Black licorice is so good, and I'm tired of pretending it's not. It's disgusting. But you can pretend that it's good all you want. But actually, my mom is from Norway, and in Norway, Norwegians love black licorice. I don't get it, man. They literally have like aisles. You go to like a store where they sell candy, and they have like aisles of just black licorice kinds, and I'm like, ew. Disgusting. But my mom, she loves it. It just tastes like you're eating a frog. There's a dessert that comes with a fancy pearl. Yeah, that's probably what she would have. Scotty liking cappuccino or some cool coffee, probably. Scotty would like dark chocolate ice cream or something really simple, probably. How did you draw the foot cross? I can't even draw that before. I fudged it a little bit. I was drawing kind of like the underside of the foot. And I was drawing it in like a block shape. If you draw like, okay, the foot is essentially like, oh gosh, this is literally gonna drive me insane. Maybe I can do this. Go away. I'm not gonna pay for your crappy app. Leave me alone. Myself again. To answer your question, I don't remember what the question was. Oh, yeah, like think of them as like blocks. I think that sometimes can help instead. Like little squares, and then like rotate the squares in space. So like, make sure that this is pulled up. Yeah, so like, if the foot is basically like kind of like this, maybe if you're like rotating it, you know, it could look like this. So then like you go, okay, here's the heel, and then here's like the pad of your foot. So then like I'm gonna draw that out. So it's just kind of working through shapes. Thinking of things as shapes first can help. But we're also I'm gonna flip this in a minute just to see, make sure that nothing looks really weird. I'm also kind of fudging it because her leg is like hiding behind this one. So I'm so in love with your art style. It's one of the most satisfying and appealing art styles to look at. Aw, thank you. I'm glad you like it. Let's put in an eyeball. Anoles. Scotties are precious though, regardless of their hard exteriors, interiors. Yes, they are. I do know that like they're like, they love the people they're with. Like they would die for them. They'll do anything for their people. So they're sweeties. I do love them as a breed. They're just not a breed for me. Like their temperament doesn't really work with my lifestyle, unfortunately, as much as I want one. It just wouldn't be a good situation for either of us personally, as much as I love them. Yeah. Which is why I always suggest people research the breeds that they're interested in, even if it's a mixed breed, because mixed breeds sometimes have the temperaments of the breeds they're mixed with. Yeah, like research the breeds and see if that works with your lifestyle. For example, if you're somebody who doesn't like to go hiking every day, don't get like a very, very high energy dog that needs like a ton of outside exercise and activity, unless you're planning on changing your life to do it. I want to draw a golden retriever in your art style. Do it. I think I made her head too big. I've been doing that a lot today. That's the good thing about working digitally, is you can just be like, oops, and then just shrink it. I don't know if I want her smiling. Her head is way too big. think I want... Yeah, more like sultry eyeballs. Sultry. I don't like the smells. Draw her head. She has like long, luscious locks. I think I want some of her hair to kind of like sit over her shoulder. Like a so. And then this hair should come down. Like this. And then we'll add her tail in. I think we'll do like this. There we go. Well, there's something bothering me about her face. I think I have it too. No. Oops, sorry. There we go. I think that's a little better. There's Zaza. Hey, do you know webtoons? If so, really excited to know if you're making a story comic book. The Puppets. I used to have them as a webtoon, but I am actually going to be making them into a visual novel this year. So like a interactive visual novel, kind of like, don't get excited, it's not a dating sim, but it's like a dating sim where you like pick things, you know, but it's like the origin of like how they all kind of came together. So that is coming. That's what the Kickstarter's for in September. How were Afghans originated? I don't know exactly how they were originated, but I know that they were originated in the Middle East. And they are also, from what I remember, I could be wrong, they're also sight hounds, like working, hunting dogs. Are you gonna put these on your shop or Ko-Fi? Possibly. I mean, this was gonna be like just a cute little Valentine's Day thing. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, but I'll figure something out. When it comes to drawing hard perspective, even if it's not right, if it looks right, you can make it pass. Yes, I agree with you. How do you shop for true vintage clothing? I can answer that in a second. Who should I draw next? Help me pick the next one. The next lady. And to answer your question, I shop mostly on eBay. That's where I get most of my Oh, good night. Have a good sleep. I do most of my shopping on eBay. That's primarily where I do all my true vintage shopping. I have problems with backgrounds the most, so I don't do them. Yeah, I hate doing backgrounds. Some reason backgrounds with more than one vanishing point intrigue me. Yeah, those are cool but hard, but more power to you to practice those. That's a good skill to have. Bebe Momo, honey, honey, Bebe Momo, honey. Bebe, let's see. Bebe, Bebe. Bebe. I don't know. I guess I'll do honey. It looks like honey's winning. Honey. And then we'll do a Bebe next, I think. Okay. So I'm gonna draw my line of action, which is just like a line of like blah, 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 blah. That's what I want her body to follow. And then I'm gonna put in the shoulders and the hips, like literally just loose garbage. Yeah. So then just gonna start breaking down. I do have like these sketches underneath which are helping me. And I was just referencing pinup poses, so sometimes like I even just trace a pose if I want to, and then I like drop the opacity and then sketch over it, like making changes and changing proportions and stuff like that as well, if I'm feeling like particularly lazy. So do honey. Honey is based off of the Cavalier King Charles Spaniel, and they are sweet, kind, gentle dogs that are like really good for first-time dog owners who want just like an affectionate, chill, like kind dog. And so she's like a sweet, super sweet as honey, quote unquote, a super sweet girl, introverted, kind of shy, gentle. Yeah. I don't like that shoe. What brush are you sketching with? It is literally just like one of the base ones in Procreate. It's the sketching peppermint one. Let's see. I think she's supposed to technically have this leg over, like crossed over this one. But also it's going to be hidden by the heart, so I don't think you'll really see it. So I'm just going to draw these legs in. Just cheating a little. And draw the hand. I think I drew this hand too long, the sketch that I have. his hand. I keep all my sketches very loose and fast. I don't really bother with it being like super perfect. It's gonna drive me crazy every single time it happens. Even though I've already explained it to you guys 8 times. It's still gonna drive me nuts. I am starting to turn into puppets into My Little Pony, and then I'll be ready for the post of challenge. Yes! Do it. Just gonna do this again because it's just my life right now. Okay. And back at this. Fellow Pom Mom here. How old are your Pomeranians? Mine is 17 years old. Oh, wow. My family Pom I grew up with, he was 18 when he passed. But the ones that I have now, Drakkar is 10, Gengar is 6, and Diglett is, I think, like 8 months. I think he's under a year. He's still a baby. Scoot this up a little because foreshortening. When you say Zaza, it sounds like you're calling my name. What was your name again? Just so I can remember. Favorite Golden Age Disney movie? Fantasia doesn't count? That's not fair. Hercules. That one, I think that one's my second favorite. I really love the design and like aesthetic choices that went into it. It kind of looks a little different than like their normal stuff, I guess. Like their generic ones. I like the like Greek, like Roman influence. Art style wise, pretty cool. And Meg is like the best. I pronounce Bebe as like how I just said it, Bebe. I know some people say BB, but in my head it's always been Bebe. I guess since I made them, then technically the correct way would be Bebe. But I don't care. Oh wait. I have to give her more downturned eyes. She has like more downturned eyes to give her that like soft, sweet. It's just like a nice little smile. upturned eyebrows. And give her her face, her cheeks. Like a so. Like a so. And then her big glasses, which are just 2 circles. I don't know if I like that. Actually, you know what? I don't like that at all. I think I'm gonna do instead. Let's see, because this is, let's have her like kind of looking down more, I think. Yeah, I think I want to do that instead. Just to give her her soft, like, timid face. She's not as full confident as the other girls. Just give her nice puppy dog eyes. Where she's like, will you love me? Please? You love me? Do you want to date me? I love you. Yes, I like this better. Oopsies. Dry head. And I don't, let's see. This is also why I like, yes, a little bit of a, fix this neck. She's kind of like leaning into her shoulder a little more. But I also have to fix this a little. Because now it's too far away from her. There we go. I think that's a little better. Again, we'll have to flip this. I'm just going to do all of these first, and then we're going to go back in and flip them to see. Okay, now let's give her her hair. She has like a cute roll. And her big bow. Uh-oh, I'm gonna get cut off up here. Let me move her down a little. Zoop. Also, wait. We'll do Baby next. But I have to give her her little, wait. Her bow's not that big. Little bow. She has just like kind of soft, flowy locks. And we'll give her a little tail. And we will... I guess I can draw in the shape of this heart so that I know kind of what I'm doing when I go back into it. But I'll also probably be putting the hearts on another layer. Because I want to draw like the girls first and get like their bodies down, and then I can put the heart on top. Let's see. Meg was my queer awakening. I can definitely understand that. Zyan. Am I pronouncing it right? Zyan. Just finished my little frog guy. Aww. I want to see him. He looks. That sounds so cute. The names of the girls are nicknames since they're all short and cute, or they're their real birth names. That's a good question. They're supposed to be nicknames, and they are supposed to have like real birth names, and I just haven't done it yet. Some of them I have like kind of, but I haven't really thought of it. So I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like I didn't really think it through. And now I have to like figure it out. So I want to say it's like their nicknames, but it might end up being their real names in the future. I have no idea. Let's just pretend that it's their real names for now, unless I figure out something. Okay. Now let's do Bebe. Oh, here's Honey. I love the subtle differences in all the girls, from the faces to the cankles. Do you have any tips for drawing a character consistently? Yeah, just draw them over and over again. You just draw them, like, over and over and over and over and over again, and then you'll eventually start to, like, nail down how they look. Where's Bebe? Here she is. And reference your old, like, your original designs that you like the one that you're like, oh, this is what I want it to look like. Reference that. So, like, have it up when you're practice drawing them, and draw them at different angles, like profile, 3/4, front, and just, like, draw different expressions and stuff. You just have to, like, practice. It's like muscle memory. Oh, Honey's glasses, you're right. Thank you. Here we go. It's kind of hard to see, but they're there. Okay, let's draw Bebe. Do this. This pose was like ripped from a who was it? It's like a actress from the 20s. But it was just a good pose. I found it on Pinterest. I was like, good. Nope. It's a leg. My favorite character is Honey because she reminds me of Fluttershy. Ah. I can rest in peace. Have a good sleep. All right. I have like a few more girls left. I haven't eaten dinner yet. I'm getting hungry. Oh, this is like a part where I screwed myself and I just did a scribble for a leg. And I don't know what I was trying to do here. Like, I know what I was trying to do, but also at the same time, like, I didn't give myself a good blueprint. I guess like this. This is another one that would have to be flipped to see if I'm doing it weird. Because sometimes your eyes get so used to looking at it one way, and then when you flip it, you're like, whoa. Actually, look, I'll show you. Yeah. It looks weird. I'm thinking of having fried chicken for dinner. Fried chicken sounds really good. I should probably cook when I'm done, but I also don't feel like cooking. Maybe I'll just get food. We have like a good chicken place here called Cozy Coop. Oh, sorry, hold on. There we go. Okay. It's called Cozy Coop. It's like a fried chicken place, like similar to like Chick-fil-A, but it's like a completely different. It's not even a franchise. They just like opened up the street from me, and we were like, "What is this place?" And they're like, "Oh, we're like a new restaurant. We'd like to be a franchise in the future, but right now it's just us." And their chicken is so good. So good. We like primarily eat there, like, oh, so tasty. Now I wonder if maybe we should just get Cozy Coop. This pose, I screwed myself. This pose is hard. Even I have challenges with poses sometimes where it's like, there's just like a lot of foreshortening and stuff that like when you see it, a photo, you're like, okay, yeah, that makes sense. But when you're drawing it out, it's like kind of harder to figure out. A lot of like perspective and everything, and sometimes like it just doesn't look right. Ooh. I don't know how I feel about that leg. I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try a completely different leg pose. Maybe like crossing. Maybe you. No, I don't like that. Gonna maybe do this. Nope. Maybe more foreshortened is what I need. Nope. Damn. This is the part where I'm like, sorry, I'm quiet. I'm thinking. I'm contemplating how I'm gonna change this pose up because I don't really, like, once I drew it out, I'm like, I don't know if I really like it. No. Let's see. Maybe this way. Now I'm just drawing in new legs to see if I like. Just literally drawing lines to see what I like. Oh, what about... No, I don't like that either. Huh. Maybe I needed, like, it to stick out more at the side. I think that's maybe what I needed to do. Yeah, maybe like that, I think. Again, this is one of the harder poses that I picked. Why did I do this to myself? Okay, this one works for now, but I might end up going back and changing her pose completely. What TV show do you normally watch while drawing? I usually watch the Carol Burnett show. I don't know what Carol Burnett show is. I watch YouTube. Right now I've been watching, Extraordinary Attorney Woo on Netflix, and it's about, like, an autistic, lawyer. It's a Korean show. And for the most part, I really like it. I definitely have some small qualms with, like, how autism is presented sometimes. Like, I feel like the actress goes, like, a little overboard in her movements. And, yeah, like, she's a little too, like, whimsical, I think, in, like, her movements. But also, apparently she only had, like, 2 weeks to, like, research her role, which is, like, not a lot of time at all. And, like, I think there's something to be said about how, like, autism, like, the only representation of it in media is either, like, high needs or, like, savant. And there's never just, like, a normal person with it, really. But besides those things, I actually really enjoy it because I feel like there's some things that media hasn't normally show. They don't normally show with autism, I feel, and like this one, it kind of does. Like, touches upon like the concept of special interests and stuff. I don't know. And in general, it's kind of just like an enjoyable, feel-good show. So, yeah. So I've been watching that. I was watching, like, I'm starting to get on like a K-drama kick. So if you have any recommendations, hit me with them. I like comedies, like K-drama / comedy type things. So if you have any good suggestions, hit me. I finished watching, I forget the name of it. It's on Netflix, but it's like about a prince who is secretly like a woman in Korea, and like this guy falls in love with her, and basically like how she has to traverse this whole environment of being like a prince to everybody, but like act secretly like a woman. So that was good. And now I'm watching that one, but I also just like watch YouTube sometimes, or a lot of times actually. Gotta give her like spooky, sultry vibes. Too big. Sometimes my lines aren't perfect, but I also like I know what I was trying to do when I'm drawing them, and then I can go back in with that's when like things get finalized when I'm inking. That in her head, and her bangs, like a so, like a this, and then again, I made her head. Wow, what's up with me today? I'm just making their heads like super big. Whoops. Yeah, her head's giant. There we go. I mean, I like bigger heads, but not when they're like bobbleheads. Let's do like her. Yeah, like that. When I draw braids, I literally just draw lines for like the braids and then balls attached to the lines. I'm like, that's the braid. And then we'll put her ears on. I like a these, I like so. Her head's still kind of big. Girl, your head's so big. Why is it so big? Here we go. torso is really long. I really am struggling with this pose. I think that's better. I might end up changing this pose completely. I feel like it looks kind of awkward. I don't want to make any tangents. What is this song? I don't know. I might change this pose, but that's Bebe for now. I don't know how I feel about it. There's something about it that's bothering me. But it's gonna take like a lot of processing, and sometimes I just like don't like a pose. Like, it looks good in a photo, but then when I draw it out, I'm like, I don't know, I'm not really feeling it. So, you know what also? I feel like if she's leaning on a heart, her arms wouldn't be back. It wouldn't be like this. They would be like up here. Yes, that's where they would be. Oh my gosh. Okay, I'll probably do like one more girl, I think, and then I'm gonna go get food and stuff, because my iPad's at 18% and this thing keeps being dumb. And we've like live streamed for like 1.5 hours, I guess. Where am I going? A little over 1.5 hours. So yeah, unfortunately we can't do all of them. That's the problem with so many girls, so many goyles, is there's so many. So then I'm like, uh-oh, sometimes I run into this issue where it's like, oh, I can't do everybody, or like, oh, how am I gonna get something made of all of these because there's so many. I do like that better. Maybe the arms were just throwing me, but I do like that better. I haven't watched any Korean dramas. What's a good one to start on? I don't have a good recommendation for you because I don't know, like, the ones that are out right now. I've just started watching them on Netflix. I just picked ones that seemed good, so. I'm so jelly on Bebe's bangs. You could get the clip-ons. They sell clip-ons that you can do. I agree with you on the pointy boob versus round boob shape language theory. Yes, thank you. It's my own little personal, like, this makes more sense. Everyone's just used to seeing round boobs because, like, that's what our culture is with boobs right now. But, like, personally, I think that the, like, pointy boobs are more flattering and it's more, they, like, lead your eye up and out as opposed to, like, getting stuck on basically like balls in the middle like this round shape. Also, I will say this for sure, vintage bras, because like they didn't really have a lot of underwire ones, they're so comfortable. They're so comfortable. Like I only wear vintage bras because they're so comfy. Modern, and then every time I put on a modern bra, I'm like, this sucks. Because a lot of vintage bras, like, they didn't have the molding, like the, like that molded pad that we're used to in modern bras. They didn't have, like, the technology for it. So really the only way that they could get any sort of shape was they constructed it, like the construction of the bra is different. It's like made up of pieces, and because it's constructed differently and it's not just like here's like a molded pad thing that's gonna hold it up. It has support built into it because it's constructed that way. And it's not like relying on just like an underwire, but like the whole thing is constructed to like essentially shape around a boob. Shape around the boob. And because of that, like, they're just really comfortable. They're like really, really comfortable. But no one will listen to me. Your style is really pretty and I love the puppets. They remind me of Josie and the Pussycats. Oh, thank you. Setting an interesting tone with the sun. Yeah. Would you make sticker dolls for the burlesques in the future? Yes, in the future. I have plans for the burlesques. I know people keep asking about them, and I'm not, like, ignoring people. It's just that, like, I'm trying to figure out how much to reveal about it, because they have, like, a very integral part of the story. So I do want to keep some things, like, a mystery. Really want to know what puppets as My Little Pony form will you be? I don't know. I don't know much about My Little Pony. It wasn't anything that I got into as a kid. I got like really, really fixated on Pokemon. That was like the thing that I was obsessed with. So I don't know. But if I had to pick just like a horse creature thing, I would probably be a unicorn, if that helps. Gotta go. Dog is telling me he needs to go out. Bye! I got one today. So comfortable. They're so comfortable. They're so comfortable. Like, I don't know why. I mean, I do know why we deviated from it, because it's probably cheaper the way that they're made now. Like, just cheaper to make. But the vintage one, like, they're so comfortable. And, they come in a lot of, like, different shapes and styles. Like, I feel like vintage bras are more varied than modern bras today, shape-wise. Like, you can go, like, extreme point if you want, but you can go, like, very natural, like, soft, like, teardrop shape, and anything in between. And they have, like, tons of different types of structures for the bras, too. I could go on and on forever about it. I'm so listening to you about vintage bras. I believe it, especially corsets were made so similarly. Yeah, you know, it's funny too, because I have some vintage bras that it's called the Merry Widow, and it's like, I'll draw it. It's like, essentially, like you have the cups here, and then it has like a little bit of like light fabric here. And then it comes down, and, it looks like this, right? So this is like the whole bra. It's like an underwire. Not underwire, like a long line. And it has boning, like here, up to here, down, like this. And then an interesting thing it has is a ribbon that cuts right in here, like on the inside. It goes across the whole thing. So then when you are like, when you put the bra on, the ribbon kind of like keeps your shape, like keeps you tucked in, kind of like keeps your figure into this hourglass shape, with like this like the ribbon helps a lot, which is really interesting. And I can wear those for hours and hours and like not be uncomfortable. All of them as unicorn. Yeah, read about them and pick one, because I can't tell you what they would be, because I don't know much about My Little Pony. So I can't really give you advice, because I don't know. So you'd have to go on your own, what you think they would be. I'm gonna shrink her head a little bit, because I've just been making everybody's heads gigantic today. I guess I hate having to end it because, like, we are. But I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 girls left. I don't know if I'm hungry and I want to eat some food. And I'm sure my husband's hungry. He's probably waiting for me to end this. I don't know if he's in here watching. Bruno, are you in here watching? If you are, say yes in the chat. But yeah, I want to finish this. I do, like, it is fun to do it as a live stream. But I don't know if you guys want to wait a whole nother month. I don't know. I don't know what to do. I don't know. But yeah, I guess I'll have to end it here. Because it is 9 o'clock for me. And I want to eat some food. I haven't eaten since... Well, I ate at 3. But it makes sense that about now is when I'd start getting hungry. Oh, excuse me. Anyway, I did these ladies. This Bebe pose is definitely warming up to me now that I changed her arms. I feel like that helped a lot. Actually, like a lot. Because now it looks more like she's like lounging, leaning. So I might not change that pose because I do think it's okay now. Yeah. So I think that's about it. I'm gonna go eat. I hope you guys had a fun time. And I don't know what to do about continuing this one. I feel like, I mean, I can keep it till the next stream if you guys want, but that would be like in another month, or well, like that would be the end of this month, I should say, like March. Or I could do it a little later in another time. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I guess just keep an eye on. I'll post something about what I decide to do. But yeah. Okay, well, I hope you guys... I guess I could continue it in a video. That's a good idea. Maybe I'll do something like that. Okay, well, I hope you guys had a fun time. I'm sorry this live stream was a little shorter than the other ones. I know that in the past we've done ones that are like 3 hours long. But, yeah, I gotta go get food. And I think these boys, I haven't fed the dogs either, so they're probably hungry. Okay. I will make it a video or something. Goodbye. I hope you all had a good time. Have a good rest of your night. And, yep. I don't know. Okay. Bye, guys.